Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to read Act 4. Act 4 is rather short. It has 3 scenes, and so we're going to cover those as one entity. So Caesar has been killed, and we have the aftermath of that. Rome is in chaos. We've had another civil war which has broken out with these different factions trying to take control of Rome, and that's what we have going on in Act 4. So we're on page 63 and we're in scene 1. We open it up in a house and we see Antony talking to Octavius. These many then shall die, their names are pricked. Your brother too must die. Consent you, Lepidus? I do consent. Prick him down, Antony. Upon condition Publius shall not live, who is your sister's son, Mark Antony. He shall not live. Look, with a spot I damn him. But Lepidus, go you to Caesar's house, fetch the will hither, and we shall determine how to cut off some charge in legacies. What, shall I find you here, or at the Capitol? This is a slight, unmeritable man, meant to be sent on errands. Is it fit, the threefold world divided, he should stand one of the three to share it? So you thought him, and took his voice, who should be pricked to die, in our black sentence and proscription. Octavius, I have seen more days than you, and though we lay these honors on this man, to ease ourselves of divers slanderous loads, he shall but bear them as an ass bears gold, to groan and sweat under the business, either led or driven, as we point the way, and having brought our treasure where we will, then take we down his load and turn him off, like to the empty ass, to shake his ears and graze in commons. You may do your will, but he's a tried and valiant soldier. So is my horse, Octavius, and for that I do appoint him store of provender. It is a creature that I teach to fight, to wind, to stop, to run directly on, his corporal motion governed by my spirit, and in some taste is Lepidus but so. He must be taught and trained, and bid go forth, a barren spirited fellow, one that feeds on objects, arts, and imitations, which, out of use and staled by other men, begin his fashion. Do not talk of him but as property. And now, Octavius, listen great things. Brutus and Cassius are levying powers. We must straight make heed. Therefore, take our alliance be combined, our best friends made, our means stretched, and let us presently go sit in council, how covert matters may be best disclosed, and open perils surest answered. Let us do so, for we are at stake, and bayed about with many enemies, and some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of mischief. Alright, scene 2 takes place at Brutus's camp near Sardis. Stand, ho! Give the word, ho, and stand. What now, Lucilius? Is Cassius near? He is at hand, and Pindarus is come to do you salutation from his master. He greets me well. Your master, Pindarus, in his own change, or by ill officers, has given me some worthy cause to wish things done undone. But if he be at hand, I shall be satisfied. I do not doubt that my noble master will appear such as he is, full of regard and honor. He is not doubted. A word, Lucilius, how he received you. Let me be resolved. With courtesy and with respect enough, but not with such familiar instances, nor with such free and friendly conference as he has used of old. You have described a hot friend cooling. Ever note, Lucilius, when love begins to sicken and decay, it useth an enforced ceremony. There are no tricks in plain and simple faith, but hollow men, like horses hot at hand, make gallant show and promise of their mettle. But when they should endure the bloody spur, they fall their crests, and like deceitful jades sink in the trial. Comes his army on? They mean his knight in Sardis to be quartered. The greater part, the horse in general, are come with Cassius. Hark! He is arrived. March gently on to meet him. Stand, ho! Stand, ho! Speak the word along. Stand! 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 Noble brother, you have done me wrong. Judge me, you gods! Wrong I mine enemies? And if not so, how should I wrong a brother? Brutus, this sober form of yours hides wrongs, and when you do them, Cassius, be content. Speak your griefs softly. I do know you well. Before the eyes of both our armies here, which should perceive nothing but love from us, let us not wrangle. Bid them move away. Then in my tent, Cassius, enlarge your griefs, and I will give you audience. Pindarus, bid our commanders lead their charges off a little from this ground. Lucilius, do you the like, and let no man come to our tent till we have done our conference. Let Lucius and Tintinius guard our door. And so Brutus and Cassius send their armies a little ways away so they can't hear them arguing, and they go inside Brutus's tent. Scene 3. That you have wronged me does appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of their Sardinians, wherein my letters praying on his side, because I knew the man, were slighted off. You wronged yourself to write in such a case. In such a time as this it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment. Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm, to sell and mart your offices for gold to undeservers. I, an itching palm? You know that you are Brutus that speaks this, or by the gods this speech were else your last. The name of Cassius honors this corruption, and chastisement does therefore hide his head. Chastisement? Remember March? The Ides of March, remember? Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain touched his body that did stab, and not for justice? What, shall one of us, that struck the foremost man of all this world, but for supporting robbers, shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes, and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I had rather be a dog and bay the moon than such a Roman. Brutus, bait me not, I'll not endure it. You forget yourself, to hedge me in. I am a soldier, I, older in practice, abler than yourself to make conditions. Go to. You are not, Cassius. I am. I say you are not. Urge me no more, I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your health. Tempt me no farther. Away, slight man! Is it possible? Hear me, for I will speak. Must I give way and room to your rash choler? Shall I be frighted when a madman stares? Oh, gods, ye gods, must I endure all this? All this? Aye, more! Fret till your proud heart break. Go show your slaves how choleric you are, and make your bondmen tremble. Must I boge? Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you shall digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you, for from this day forth I'll use you for my mirth, yea, for my laughter, when you are waspish. Is it come to this? You say you are a better soldier. Let it appear so. Make your vaunting true, and it shall please me well. For mine own part, I shall be glad to learn of noble men. You wrong me every way. You wrong me, Brutus. I say, an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better? If you did, I care not. When Caesar lived, he durst not thus have moved me. Peace, peace! You durst not so have tempted him. I durst not? No. What, durst not tempt him? For your life you durst not. Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for. You have done that you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats, for I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass by me as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you for certain sums of gold, which you denied me, for I can raise no money by vile means. By heaven, I had rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to wring from the hard hands of peasants their vile trash by any indirection. I did send to you for gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so? When Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such rascal counters from his friends? Be ready, gods, with all your thunderbolts. Dash him to pieces. I denied you not. You did. I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus has rived my heart. A friend should bear his friend's infirmities. But Brutus makes mine greater than they are. I do not, till you practice them on me. You love me not. I do not like your faults. A friendly eye could never see such faults. A flatterer's would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus. Come, Antony and young Octavius, come, revenge yourselves alone on Cassius, for Cassius is aweary of the world, hated by one he loves, braved by his brother, checked like a bondman, all his faults observed, set it in a notebook, learned and conned by rote, to cast into my teeth. Oh, I would weep my spirit from mine eyes. There is my dagger, and here my naked breast, within a heart dearer than Pluto's mine, richer than gold. If that thou best a Roman, take it forth. I that denied you gold will give my heart. Strike, as you did at Caesar, for I know, when you did hate him worst, you loved him better than ever you did love Cassius. Sheath your dagger, be angry when you will, it shall have scope. Do what you will, dishonor shall be humor. O Cassius, you are yoked with a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire, who much enforced shows a hasty spark, and straight is cold again. Has Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus, when grief and blood ill-tempered vexeth him? When I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too. Do you confess so much? Give me your hand, and my heart too. Oh, Brutus, what's the matter? Have not you love enough to bear with me, when that rash humor which my mother gave me makes me forgetful? Yes, Cassius, and from henceforth, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, he'll think your mother chides, and leave you so. Let me go in to see the generals. There is some grudge between 'em. 'Tis not meet they be alone. You shall not come to them. Nothing but death shall stop me. How now, what's the matter? For shame, you generals! What do you mean? Love and be friends, as two such men should be. For I have seen more years, I'm sure, than ye. Ha! Ha! How vilely does this cynic rhyme! Get you hence, sir, saucy fellow, hence! Bear with him, Brutus, 'tis his fashion. I'll know his humor when he knows his time. What should the wars do with these jigging fools? Companion, hence! Away, away, begone! Lucilius and Tintinius, bid the commanders prepare to lodge their companies tonight. And come yourselves and bring Messala with you immediately to us. Lucius, a bowl of wine. I did not think you could have been so angry. O Cassius, I am sick of many griefs. Of your philosophy you make no use, if you give place to accidental evils. No man bears sorrow better. Portia is dead. Ah! Portia? She is dead. How escaped killing when I crossed you so? O insupportable and touching loss! Upon what sickness? Impatient of my absence, and grief that young Octavius with Mark Antony have made themselves so strong, for with her death that tidings came, with this she fell distract, and her attendants absent swallowed fire. And died so? Even so. O ye immortal gods! Speak no more of her. Give me a bowl of wine. In this I bury all unkindness, Cassius. My heart is thirsty for that noble pledge. Fill, Lucius, till the wine o'erswell the cup. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love. Come in, Tintinius. Welcome, good Messala. Now sit we close about this taper here, and call in question our necessities. Portia, are you gone? No more, I pray you. Messala, I have here received letters that young Octavius and Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power, bending their expedition toward Philippi. Myself have letters of the selfsame tenure. With what addition? That by proscription and bills of outlawry, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators. Therein our letters do not well agree. Mine speak of 70 senators that died by their prescriptions, Cicero being one. Cicero one? Cicero is dead, and by that order of proscription. Had you your letters from your wife, my lord? No, Messala. Nor nothing in your letters rid of her? Nothing, Messala. That, methinks, is strange. Why ask you? Hear you aught of her in yours? No, my lord. Now, as you are a Roman, tell me true. Then like a Roman bear the truth I tell, for certain she is dead, and by strange manner. Why, farewell, Portia. We must die, Messala. With meditating that she must die once, I have the patience to endure it now. Even so great men great losses should endure. I have as much of this in art as you, but yet my nature could not bear it so. Well, to our work alive. What do you think of marching to Philippi presently? I do not think it good. Your reason? This it is. 'Tis better that our enemy seeks us. So shall he waste his means, weary his soldiers, doing himself offence, while we, lying still, are full of rest, defence, and nimbleness. Good reasons must of force give place to better. The people twixt Philippi and this ground do stand but in forced affection, for they have grudged us contribution. The enemy marching along by them shall make a fuller number up. Come on refreshed, new added, and encouraged. From which advantage shall we cut him off, if at Philippi we do face him there, these people at our back. Hear me, good brother, under your pardon. You must note, beside, that we have tried the utmost of our friends. Our legions are brimful, our cause is ripe. The enemy increaseth every day. We at the height are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat, and we must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. Then, with your will, go on. We'll along ourselves and meet them at Philippi. The deep of night is crept upon our talk, and nature must obey necessity, with which will niggard with a little rest. There is no more to say? No more. Good night. Early tomorrow we will rise and hence. Lucius, my gown. Farewell, good Messala. Good night, Tintinius. Noble Cassius. Good night and good repose. O my dear brother, this was an ill beginning of the night. Never come such division tween our souls. Let it not, Brutus. Everything is well. Good night, my lord. Good night, good brother. Good night, Lord Brutus. Farewell, everyone. Give me the gown. Where is your instrument? Here in the tent. What, you speak drowsily? Poor knave, I blame you not. You are overwatched. Call Claudius and some other of my men. I'll have them sleep on cushions in my tent. Varro and Claudio! Calls my lord? I pray you, sirs, lie in my tent and sleep. It may be I shall raise you by and by, on business to my brother Cassius. So please you, we will stand and watch your pleasure. I will not have it so. Lie down, good sirs. It may be I shall otherwise bethink me. Look, Lucius, here's the book I sought for so. I put it in the pocket of my gown. I was sure your lordship did not give it me. Bear with me, good boy, I am much forgetful. Can you hold up your heavy eyes a while, and touch your instrument a strain or two? Ay, my lord, if it pleases you. It does, my boy. I trouble you too much, but you are willing. It is my duty, sir. I should not urge your duty past your might. I know young bloods look for a time of rest. I have slept, my lord, already. It was well done, and you shall sleep again. I will not hold you long. If I do live, I will be good to you. This is a sleepy tune. O murderous slumber, lay you thy leaden mace upon my boy. That plays you music? Gentle knave, good night. I will not do you so much wrong to wake you. If you do nod, you break your instrument. I'll take it from you. And good boy, good night. Let me see. If not, the leaf turned down where I left reading. Here it is, I think. How ill this taper burns! Ah! Who comes here? I think it is the weakness of my eyes that shapes this monstrous apparition. It comes upon me. Are you anything? Are you some god, some angel, or some devil that make my blood cold and my hair to stare? Speak to me what you are. Thy evil spirit, Brutus. Why come you? To tell you, you shall see me again at Philippi. Well, then I shall see you again? Aye, at Philippi. Why, I will see you at Philippi then. Now I have taken heart, you vanishest. Ill spirit, I would hold more talk with thee. Boy, Lucius, Varro, Claudius, sirs, awake, Claudius. The strings, my lord, are false. He thinks he is still at his instrument. Lucius, awake. My lord. Did you dream, Lucius, that you cried out? My lord, I do not know that I did cry. Yes, you did. Did you see anything? Nothing, my lord. Sleep again, Lucius. Sir Claudius. Fellow, you, awake. My lord? My lord? Why did you so cry out, sirs, in your sleep? Did we, my lord? I saw you anything? No, my lord, I saw nothing. Nor I, my lord. Go and commend me to my brother Cassius. Bid him set on his powers betimes before, and we will follow. It shall be done, my lord.